Okay, so I'm moving right along here now. This is a squash. What I'm gonna do is make some pizzas. So first I'm gonna make some pizza sauce. Raw vegan pizza. So get your little knife. A little cayenne would be nice. I'm gonna take these tomatoes and put those in the food processor. I'm just gonna quarter those. Let those S-blades inside the food processor handle the rest of it. And then just a few of those bad boys too. So we got tomato. I think I'll put a couple of these onions in there. Just a couple of chives. And I've got some holy basil here, or tulsi, so I'm gonna rip off a few leaves. This will be the basil in my tomato sauce recipe, so some flowers in there as well. I'll show you what we got here. Tulsi, isn't that beautiful? I'm just gonna get the tender stuff and leave a lot of the stems off again this time around. And then that's just gonna bring it to another level of freshness and medicinal value. A very healthy plant, that tulsi, good for human beings. A true blessing. There we go. I think that's enough. I'll just put that last one in there. Sorry that the kitchen's such a mess. I've been in here for all day really preparing this food for tonight's meal. And then I'm just going to toss this parsley in there as well. So a lot of fresh herbs. Again, here's some of the sage. I'll just throw a little bit of that in. I've got a couple other herbs here I'm going to toss in. And then, so I'm going to do a little cumin. A little bit of cumin. A little bit of cayenne. A little bit of paprika. Nope. It's nice to keep these plastic lids on there because then you'll, especially if you're somewhere moist like Hawaii here, you'll preserve your herbs a lot better. So I just leave those on. And this is a little bit of savory blend, which I've got laying around from the pharmacy. If you want to find this, it's actually really good stuff. It's very concentrated, and it's a dried blend of several delicious herbs. I think I have the recipe. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I have another one in the cupboard. Oregano, rosemary, tarragon, sage, tulsi, and thyme. So just add a little bit of that. I'm having my neighbors over for dinner, if you're not aware, and I just wanted to make a nice special dish here. I'm going to put these on the food processor here, or in the dehydrator in a minute. Okay, I think I got my sauce, and I know that I'm going to add a little bit of this pyridine, which I've also got sitting around. It's going to thicken this sauce up so that when I spread it on these pizza crusts here, it'll be nice and thick. So I'm just going to use as much protein as I need to make it thick. So I'm going to start off first with about 4 or 5 tablespoons first. It's also going to give it some nice just density, you know. There it is. Nice and good. Okay, so perfect. I'm just going to wheel that for a minute, and then it'll be nice and thick. Herbal. So this is truly raw vegan pizza here. I'm going to want it a little bit thicker than that, so I'm just going to add a little bit more of the pyridine protein, so, you know, about, I don't know how much that is. That's going to thicken that up a bit more. Oh, it's going to be perfect, yeah. That'll soak up some of the moisture, hemp and pea protein. This will fill everyone up and satisfy them in a real good way. So here's our next maneuver here to slice some nice thin slices on this squash. I wish I had a little bit bigger knife. That worked. So I'm going to try to get, I didn't get it as uniform as I'd like. It's a little too thick, but I wasn't really sure. So that one's kind of a tester. Now what I'll do is do much better to get a thinner crust. Now that's what I want. Nice and thin pizza crust. So we'll move along here in interest of your time. And now I've got this just new to this kitchen here, so it's going to take me a minute to, oh, that's it, nice and thick. And I'll spread that on. I'm going to put that here, I hope. Yeah, there you go, good. Got my little camera just pointed at the food today, just knocking out these little recipe videos. Wow. And so that's a nice little snack right there. And then what I'll do is take the avocado, and of course at this point, see, now this is where you get creative. You take whatever you want, corn or olives or lettuce or anything. I'm going to put it in the dehydrator for just a little while, just to warm it up just a little bit. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, because I have a very minimum amount of stuff today. I just got a bunch of stuff at the market and then just played with it all day. And the last thing I've got for the topping on this pizza is some avocado. So I'm just going to make some nice little, I can go even thinner to stretch these avocados out. And I'll cut those original ones in half. Make some nice. And what else do I have to go on there? Nothing much, really. That's about it. Oh, you know what? I could make some cashew cheese. I could do that. I could even do that like right now, as a matter of fact, and show you how to do that. But there's several ways that I could do that. But what I might do is just toss the cashews on there, just whole. That way you can get an idea of the fun that you can have with raw vegan pizzas. So let me show you. I wish I had some more herbs, but I don't. I'd put something on there. If the ideas would be infinite, you know. But what I'm going to do is just put these cashews on there like that, and then I'll toss that bad boy in the dehydrator and just warm it up for, you know, about 30 minutes or something. I don't know. And then that'll be a vegan pizza. That is a vegan pizza. Crazy, huh? But just super fun, and I bet you it'll be super delicious once that zucchini crust gets kind of nice and soft. I wish I had some red something, but the refrigerator is just empty. And I used up all the food that I bought today at the market. So thanks for watching this video. Do me a favor if you enjoyed it and give it a thumbs up, okay? Thank you.